Hey everybody, so I have an EMOM for you. That means every minute on the minute, but it's a variation. So usually in an EMOM, you're going to do a certain number of reps of an exercise or a combination of exercises. And when you finish those reps, you have rest time until that minute is up. This variation is one in which you're going to just do 45 seconds of one exercise and then have 15 seconds of rest. I'm going to just demo for you some of the exercises if you're not familiar with a HIIT type of workout. And then I'll post a second video where I do the whole series with you. So the first exercise is jumping jacks, pretty self-explanatory. Just make sure that your fingers touch at the top so you really get full extension. The second exercise is a deadlift high pull. You want your feet shoulder width apart. I'm going to stand at the side so you can see a better image of my hinge. You want to have your starting position on the ground with your butt back, your back flat, a micro bend in your knees. The weight, I'm using a heavier weight here, a kettlebell, between your feet. And then you want to kind of like pull your chin back, almost like you think something is really gross or disgusting, so that your cervical spine is neutral. And then you just keeping the weight close to your legs the whole time. You hinge up and then into a high pull. I'll show you that from the front in a sec. But you hinge at your hip. The movement is from your hips. You're not squatting down and pulling up. You're literally just hinging at the hips. The high pull looks like this. So I'm going to go down again, hinging and pulling the weight up towards my face with my elbows going out, sort of like a chicken. So that's a deadlift high pull. Then you're going to do an alternating reverse lunge to bicep curl. So going back and then into the bicep curl as you rise up. So they're alternating legs, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you'll do that for 45 seconds, alternating legs. Then you have a shoulder press into a tricep extension, the shoulder press from the front. You're just going shoulder press, tricep extension. I'll show you from the side. So you have your shoulder press. You bring your arms straight down your side. Your elbows are at your side. And you're extending just from the elbow. So your forearms are going back. This is working the triceps, which is the muscle in the back of your arm. You want to make sure your back is flat the whole time. So it's almost like you're doing one movement, just several different phases of it. So 1, 2, 3, back and forth for 45 seconds. That's another one. Then we have burpees. If you can do a full burpee, that's great. I'll show you a modification if you can't. You want to go down, push, jump, up. I can't jump too high here because of the ceiling is pretty low in this basement. Again, I'm going to go down, jump. If you don't want to do the jump, you don't have to. If you just want to walk it out and go into a push-up, just do walk out, push-up, walk it back. So walk out push-ups are a good modification if you don't want to or can't do a burpee. Then we have curtsy lunge. I'm going to use some lighter weights here. These are just 5-pound dumbbells that I've been using for my arm series. So I'm going to plant my left foot and I'm going to go into a curtsy and I'm going to kick my leg out as I come up and extend my arms to the sides with the kick. So you might want to be able to, you can just do alternating if that works. If that seems a little awkward, just try to do 6 or 7 on each side and that should get you through the 45 seconds. And then we have a squat to an overhead press. I'm going to use a heavier weight for that. If you don't want to use a weight or you don't have a heavier weight, or you just want to use dumbbells, that's fine. Again, my feet are shoulder width apart. My toes are pointing straight forward. I'm going to bring the kettlebell up And then I'm going to lower myself down like I'm sitting in a chair, but as I lower down, I'm going to push my knees outward. So going down, 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 pushing those knees outward, and then pushing through my feet to rise up, and then pressing overhead. But you want to do that in one quicker movement. So use the momentum going up to thrust that weight over your head. Use your breath too. When you exhale, push that weight up over your head. Then we have what are called Arnold presses after Arnold Schwarzenegger. So again, you want to have your feet shoulder width apart, squeeze your butt, and we just raise the weights and then out to the side, raise like goalposts. In the front again, out to the sides. So alternating towards the front and to the side, over and over for 45 seconds. Then you have mountain climbers. Make sure in the mountain climber that your butt isn't up here. You really want to try to go into that high plank position where your wrists and your shoulders are sort of in alignment with one another. And you're going to bring your legs forward, faster and faster. If you can do it, if you want to do it crossing to get more oblique action, you can do that. If you can't do the fast pace, just do it slow. This is your workout. And then finally, what are called like jackknife type sit-ups, because it gets into your obliques. You lay down on the ground, arms all the way back, and you're going to touch your alternate arm to opposite leg. So my right arm is touching my left toe as I rise. And I'm going to alternate those for 45 seconds. So it's pretty straightforward. We have jumping jacks, we have deadlift high pulls, we have the alternating reverse lunge to bicep curl, we have the shoulder press into the tricep extension, burpees, curtsy lunge with the kick, and a lateral raise if you want, not required. Squat to overhead press, the Arnold presses, and then we have mountain climbers and jackknife sit-ups. And that's it. It's 10 minutes. So you do 45 seconds of every exercise, 15-second rest, and try to repeat the circuit 3 to 4 times, depending on how much you want to work out, how much you can work out, what you're ready to do. And then at the very end, or between rounds if you're really spicy, you want to try to do a 1-minute forearm plank. I love to end my workouts with a 1-minute forearm plank. It's kind of becoming my little signature move at the end. When you think you've got nothing left, you can do it. So that's it. I'm going to stop this video and then post a second video where I go through all the exercises for 10 minutes. And that way, if you want to do it on your own, you can just loop that video 3 times, 4 times, whatever you're going to do. I think 4 is kind of the max. It's really all you need.